What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? My name is Cosmos and welcome back to another video on my channel. Today we have a really awesome video which is going through the top 5 rarest gliders inside of Fortnite Battle Royale. Now, Fortnite has actually a ton of rare gliders, and this video is really cool because it might give you guys an insight into some gliders that you didn't even know were in the game, or that you didn't even know that were that rare. And the really cool thing about this video now is with these like rarity videos that I do and going through like the rarest gliders and stuff, basically I've actually got this website now which tells me the exact amount of times that the gliders have been actually released, and also it gives me the date of every single time the gliders actually been released, which is really cool, as it really just gives me, I guess, pinpoint knowledge to know how rare these gliders are compared to the other ones. So I've gone through all the gliders, and these are the rarest ones that I've gone ahead and found out. Some of the gliders on the list haven't even been out in the item shop. Maybe you have to get them through other ways, which I'm going to go through later on in the video, but I'll show you guys that later on. But most of the places on the list are actually ones that are in the item shop, and you could only get them in a couple of times, like ages ago, and which is really cool because some of these gliders haven't released in like 6 months, which is absolutely insane. And a lot of people weren't playing 6 months ago. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this video is going to be really interesting. Hope you guys do go on to enjoy it. If you guys do, make sure you go ahead and smash the like button, and also subscribe to the channel, as well as chuck on the notification bell to stay up to date with all of our videos coming in the future of the channel. Season 5's coming in like a couple of days, guys, so make sure you go ahead and subscribe, because we're going to be posting so much content for when that does come out about the battle pass and just everything to do with season 5 in general. So ladies and gentlemen, without waiting any longer, let's go ahead and begin this list in our number 5 spot. Alright, coming up first in our number 5 spot, we have a actual glider that I didn't even realize was in the game, but when I went through and had a look at it, it's a really rare glider. Now, this is the Fighter Kite. Now, the Fighter Kite, you guys are going to be looking at this and be like, yo, what the hell is this? And yeah, that's right. That's how you know it's rare, when you don't even know that it exists. And basically, this Fighter Kite, it was an uncommon glider. It cost 500 V-Bucks, so it was one of the cheapest out there. And it's only ever been seen 5 times. You guys are going to be like, oh, 5 times is still a pretty lot of times. And it came out in February 15, February 16, February 17, and then it didn't come out for another whole month until March 25th, and then April 8th. And still, compared to a lot of other gliders that have been releasing like April, June, July, a lot of other gliders have been doing this. Not many gliders have been released like just 5 times. A lot of gliders just get spammed in the item shop, but this is one of the few that don't, and this hasn't been seen in like months and months, like 3 months I think to be exact, compared to most other gliders which have been out within the last month. So that's why this one is rare compared to all the other gliders inside of the game. And it only came out in February, which is still pretty late compared to some other gliders that we have on the list, which were coming back in December last year and stuff. But I still think that this is definitely one of the rarest for one reason: not many people go ahead and buy it, because it's probably it's a really ugly glider and it's really plain. And 2, it just hasn't really been released too much either. So yeah, this is definitely one of the rarest gliders out there, inside of my opinion. I'm not sure when it's going to be released again, but I don't even remember seeing this in the game. I really didn't even know that it existed. And yeah, it's definitely one of the rarest gliders inside of Fortnite, and that's why it's taking our number 5 spot. Now, number 4 spot, you guys are going to probably go off at me for this one, but guess what? I have some reasoning behind this, which is, in my opinion, why it is going to be some of the rarest gliders. And umbrella. This is actually an umbrella and a glider. This is the Founders Umbrella and Glider, and a lot of you guys are going to be like, dude, that's not rare. You can just go ahead and just buy the Fortnite Save the World, and then you have it. So yeah, it's really easy to get access to. If you do have the money to pay 50 bucks to go ahead and get Save the World, you can actually unlock the Founders Umbrella and Glider. But I have a couple of reasons why I think this is rare, and it's going to continue to be rare inside of the future. Now, the Founders Umbrella and Glider, first of all, you get to spend 50 bucks, which not a lot of people have. A lot of people that play Fortnite are young people that can't even afford to buy a $50 game. They would rather just use that money to buy a skin or something. Instead of these 2 mediocre gliders and umbrella, you'd rather go ahead and buy just a normal skin from the item shop. But the good thing about this is, yeah, not many people have access to it because they can't spend $50 actually going ahead and buying the glider. And the second one is that these 2 actually you have to buy it like basically today, because I think during season 5 it's been leaked that Save the World's going to be free, and I think once it becomes free for everyone, you are not going to be able to access the Founders Umbrella and Glider, because the Founders Edition is basically when you buy the game in the beta. So what currently right now, Fortnite Save the World is in beta, and when it goes free to everyone, I think it's going to be out of beta, and it's going to be like a full game then. But at the moment it's in beta, and if you do go ahead and buy it, you are a founder of the game and you get these two things. And so yeah, that's why I think it's pretty rare. Not many people go ahead and buy Save the World, and not many people can even afford to do that. And in the future, this is going to continue to be rare, because it is definitely it's going to become like, you're not going to be able to get these two umbrellas and gliders anymore, because once it moves out of beta, you can't actually be a founder anymore, which is definitely something that's really, really cool, because I think these are going to be really rare. I've got them myself. Another good thing about becoming a founder is I'm pretty sure there's going to be other benefits as well coming into Fortnite Battle Royale, like the Rose Team Leader skin and the Warpaint skin. They've been leaked to be coming out as a Founders Edition item, just like these two gliders right here. So yeah, that's really interesting, and that's why, yeah, in my opinion, our number 4 spot is the Founders Umbrella and the glider. Next up on the list, in our number 3 spot, we have the Cozy Coaster. Now, the Cozy Coaster was a glider that was released in the Christmas, I guess, festive season inside of Fortnite, along with the Crackshot skin and a whole bunch of other skins of the same, I guess, festive nature back in Christmas. And this Cozy Coaster was only ever released 4 times. It was 800 V-Bucks, it was a rare glider, and it was only released 4 times. The first time was December 17th to 23rd, the second time January 29th, the third time January 30th, and the January 31st, and then after that we haven't seen it. And it's been like 6 months since we've seen this last, and I don't think that many people have this glider. First of all, once again, no one pays like 800 V-Bucks for a glider that doesn't look too amazing, honestly. I'd rather just save up for like the Cloud Strike for 1,200 V-Bucks, because not many people buy gliders at all, if I'm going to be honest. Maybe people only buy the Cloud Strike or just some other glider like that looks really, really cool. But really, back in January 31st and in late December, no one was really spending any money on the game at all. People were like, nah, dude, this game, it's not too big. I'm not going to waste 25 bucks or whatever to buy some V-Bucks to go ahead and buy this glider. And yeah, it is definitely very rare. Latest released in January 31st, which is about 6 months ago, which is absolutely insane. And compared to every other glider in the game, this is definitely one of the rarest. So yeah, that is in our number 3 spot with the Cozy Coaster. Now, our number 2 spot on the list is another glider that I personally have myself, and this is definitely one of the rarest inside of the game. A lot of people do have this. Mostly, if you've been playing Fortnite for a long time, you should have this glider. This is the Mako Glider. Now, the Mako Glider, obviously, a lot of you guys will probably know this one is a pretty popular glider. It looks absolutely disgusting. It really is so ugly. It just looks like the plane glider with some, like, scribble all over it. That's literally just what it looks like. But this glider was only available in Season 1, and the exact dates were November 8th to December 14th. So about a month this was only available for, back when literally the game was not even like, probably like 1/8 of how big it is today. Like, it is absolutely insane how like small the game was back then. And basically what you had to do is, first of all, you had to play the game, and then you had to reach level 25 inside of the season, which wasn't too hard, but it definitely was not really for people that just went ahead and logged into the game, just played a game or two, and then just stopped playing. You really had to be playing a lot to go ahead and get level 25. And yeah, once you did, you unlocked yourself the Mako Glider, which doesn't really look too amazing, and it was only available till December 14th, and if you have been playing after that, you wouldn't have had access to this glider. I think it came out once in the item shop for like 1 day accidentally, and yeah, they took that out straight away. But I think other than that, it's only been available inside of getting level 25 inside of Season 1. It's kind of like your Season 1 free reward. And yeah, it's the Mako Glider in our number 2 spot. Definitely one of the rarest gliders inside of Fortnite. Not many people have this at all, unless you've been playing the game for ever since release, basically. Finally, our number 1 spot for the rarest glider inside of Fortnite. This glider is definitely the rarest inside of the game, I believe, and there's so many reasons why I can go through. Now, this is the Aerial Assault 1. Now, this glider was back over in Season 1 that came out just like the Mako from November 8th to December 14th. That's when it was available. After that, it was unavailable. You couldn't get it anymore. It's never been back since, and this was a part of the Season shop inside of Season 1, and one reason why this is so rare, literally, you had to get like level 20 or something to actually be able to unlock it, and then you had to pay like whatever the amount of V-Bucks it was to actually go ahead and buy it. So I think it was like 800 V-Bucks or something. and you had to literally get level 20 or something, and then you had to go ahead and pay for this glider, which looks like absolute trash, which not many people would have done, even if you did play all the way back then, because this glider is just so ugly, and it costs money. Like, nah. Especially back then when people didn't want to spend money on the game at all. The second one is this glider, obviously. Back then, people didn't want to buy it, as I said before, because people didn't really want to spend money. That's why a lot of people are saying, dude, I've been playing ever since day one, but I don't have any of the OG skins because I didn't want to spend money on the game. And this glider, bro, man, like, I really don't like it. I don't think anyone likes it, but it is just so rare because last time it released was December 14th back in the Season 1 item shop, which is absolutely insane. And ladies and gentlemen, yes, that is our #1 spot for the rarest glider inside of Fortnite, by far, the Aerial Assault 1. I don't think I know anyone that has it. Tell me in the comment section if you have this glider, and don't lie to me, dude. Don't lie to me, because I don't think anyone has this. Just tell me in the comment section, do you have the Aerial Assault 1, or do you not have it? I don't have it. I was playing back when it came out, but I really didn't want to spend money on anything from the season shop, because back then I was like, dude, these skins don't look very good, which I do wish I went ahead and bought the Renegade Raider and the Raider's Revenge, but unfortunately I didn't. But ladies and gentlemen, that's going to go ahead and end off the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and also make sure you go ahead and chuck on that notification bell to stay up to date with all their videos coming in the future of the channel, and I'll see you on the next one.